Good morning, welcome to another video with Get in Shape with David. I appreciate you joining me. So we are on our quest learning the self-defense applications of the 24 form in our Tai Chi. And so we've also been talking about connective tissue and how to manipulate your partner or opponent with connective tissue. So we're going to cover two different things today very quickly. And so I get asked this question a lot when we're doing our form. We have a tendency to shift back and pivot and bring the back foot up. And I get asked a lot, why do we do that pivot? And so Tai Chi, when it trains to fight, it does not fight on the person's center. If you're fighting a much bigger, stronger, heavier opponent and you try to fight on their center, you're going to get run over like a truck. It doesn't work very well. And so what we do is we try to get to our person's outside or inside to create these angles where we have more an advantage than they do. And so your Tai Chi teaches us to cut these angles in these movements. Okay, does that make sense? So instead of coming straight in, I want to get to my person's outside, and allows me to do movements like that so I can get to their outside or inside and cut those angles for a better self-defense standpoint. So the second thing I want to talk about, last week we did commencement and we looked at that from a self-defense application. And so we're going to today look at holding the ball. So most of the time when you look and you're looking online on YouTube, or you may have been taught this, in most cases it goes with Tai, Lai, Jiao, Cow, and it becomes a shoulder strike. And the Wing Chun guys use this a lot too. And the idea is to sink your body and drop your shoulder into someone with as much impact as possible. And that's one way to use a Tai Chi Ball, and it's very effective in that strike. However, from a connective tissue standpoint, I'm going to ask Henry to come out and join me for just a minute. And please swing out. Okay, perfect. And so what happens is we get to our ball like so. Now, if you've done external martial arts, if you've done judo, aikido, and some of these other things, they tell you that wherever the head goes, the body's got to follow, right? And so when you're coming to your Tai Chi Ball, the other thing I want to bring up real quick, we are in this Wuchi position all the time and we try to practice our Tai Chi. That structure, even if you're fairly solid and you're hard to move, the structure is delicate. And so if I put my hand on the small of Henry's back and I start to press, it doesn't take much to take him off his center, off balance. So we're going to apply these two principles where the head goes, the body goes, and then that lumbar spine is a very vulnerable spot. So when I go to do my Tai Chi Ball, if Henry goes to throw a punch, I'm going to come out to the side, and I'm here, where the head goes, the body follows, and he's delicate here, and I can just drive him straight into the floor from that position. It becomes a very devastating self-defense technique in other connective tissue, and just drop your body weight like you do in your form, and they should go down like a ton of bricks. Now, how you guide them, you can also get them to hit their head on the ground, etc., depending on where you put that pressure, where you sink your body weight. But the idea is to cut the angle, one more time please sir, cut the angle, and then get on the connective tissue and drop body weight, and it becomes a crushing self-defense technique. Thank you for joining us, and there'll be more next week. Thank you.